Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into another video on the Stony River channel. Today our video is focused more on the culinary side, as I'm going to attempt to make currant jam, black currant jam. Now black currants or just currants in general are kind of an obscure plant family in the Latin family name Gracilariaceae, which also contains the gooseberries. Contains a single Latin genus named ribes, and currants contain a high degree of pectin, so oftentimes you can make them simply with sugar, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do. And what I'm attempting to make would be considered a jam versus jelly, and I think the main difference between jam and jelly is that jelly is made with a strained fruit juice, whereas jam is made with simply mashed fruit. So what I'm attempting to make is going to be jam. Never have done this before, so strap yourselves in and buckle up for a exciting ride through the black currant jam formation process. So here's what a currant plant looks like. See the shape of the leaves there. And then if you look a little closer, you actually can see the fruit itself. Here's some of the fruit. So I just got a random recipe online, and basically it called for 3 ingredients. I have about 2 cups of currants here, which I still need to kind of fully de-stem and wash, I guess. These are just picked from the backyard. 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and then 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. So once again, 2 cups of backyard collected black currants, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and a single tablespoon of lemon juice. And what I'm going to do next is, after I kind of clean and process these berries, I'm going to add them all to a pot and cook it down. Okay, so we kind of have the currants all cleaned up and de-stemmed for the most part. And then we have our sugar and our lemon juice. We're just going to add all of that to a pot, I guess, or a saucepan, if you will. So here I'm going to add the lemon juice first. Then I'm going to add the sugar, 3/4 of a cup. Then we'll add the currants and turn the stove on high and wait for it to kind of cook down and bubble a little bit. And once it begins bubbling, then we'll mash it up with like a mashed potato masher. Okay, I've been stirring this currant, sugar, lemon juice mixture. It's becoming hot and bubbly, and the recipe that I've chosen to follow now calls for the mashing phase. So I'm going to use this basically mashed potato masher, to mash up and break up the currants. And then we're going to let that mashed mixture boil for a little bit more until it reaches the requisite temperature, and then we're pretty much done. Alright, you can see it's really cooked down a lot, and it's been boiling for a while, maybe 10 minutes or so. I think the goal is that you want to get to around 220 degrees Fahrenheit before you complete this. At this point, I'm just going to turn the stove top off, and I'm going to pour this in a mason jar and then just let it cool at room temperature. And this is going to be refrigerator jam, so this is not going to be sealed. It's just going to be stored in a jar in the refrigerator. And even though it's quite liquidy at this point, I think it will coagulate to a certain degree and kind of turn into consistency that is what you would expect of a jam. But yeah, this is pretty much the final product. I just got to pour it into the jar. So the hot jam has been transferred to just a regular mason jar. I mean, it's really liquidy right now and hot, and we're gonna let that cool to a room temperature, and then we'll taste the final product. So this has been cooling at kind of room temperature for a while now. There is the final product of the black currant jam. Let's try that out. It's got good flavor, good consistency, very tart, not too sweet, and incredibly easy to make. So that's the black currant jam, made without adding any additional pectin, just sugar, currants, and lemon juice. So thanks everyone for watching another video on the Stony River channel.